Hi, Grizzlies, and welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we continue to look at the very mysterious case of Debbie Collier, full name Deborah Collier. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you can hear me. I really hope so. If I have any microphone issues, sometimes there's a Windows 11 issue or so. I'm going to show the black cat. That means, oh, damn, the microphone has gone out and I'm going to have to refresh the page. Just hang in there with me. And if for any reason the stream does anything funny, I'll just start a new one. So just always make sure you subscribe and the bell is on so that you get the next notification if something goes wrong. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I've, of course, got a lot for you. Presentation. We got the footage from the Habersham County Sheriff's Department. So that was cool to receive. I wasn't so sure, sometimes because I'm in the Netherlands, I'm not privy to stuff like that, but that was really great to receive as well. So I'm excited to show you that. Let me quickly just share this. Hold on 1 second, please. You have an echo? Are we all good, guys? Just let me know. I really hope so. Okay. So I've got a presentation here for you. We're going to first look at just a quick timeline update again, just go over it one more time, especially if you haven't seen the case. Don't worry, this is bullet points as we like it over here. And then I'm going to dive deep into the background of Debbie Collier's daughter, Amanda Beard, and her boyfriend, Andrew Gigery. So we're going to look at that, okay? After that, we will look at the surveillance footage and very slowly go through it. We're going to look at it like frame by frame. I want to see all your comments and everything. Hello to the mob crew. You say sounds good. Thank you, everyone, for confirming the sound is good. All right. So let's dive into this timeline. So I put this little clip there because, I know there's been a lot of confusion about this fight that may have been heard, right? And it wasn't on the evening of September 10th, which is really strange that they say that there. It was on September 9th, the night before Debbie went missing. They say a next door neighbor revealed how they heard screaming and fighting at the family home. Well, I don't know. Here they say September 10th, but we know it from the night before, Friday night, right? They say there was commotion at the house, the neighbor revealed. Somebody comes up to visit on the weekends and in the evenings, and there's loud screaming and fighting, they told the New York Post, adding that it was a younger woman. So that is where, this has been reported across mainstream media, that neighbors heard fighting because they'd interviewed a whole bunch of neighbors and that they'd heard it would be screaming, and then it was a younger woman. So it's not like, some people assume, was it Steve and Debbie or who was it? But possibly, speculatively, Amanda, All right. So, yeah, I don't know why they say, right? Jules is like, 10th. You're like me, 10th? So, and this was from an article from earlier, but I know that it's been reported everywhere else that it's on the 9th that this fighting happened. Imagine if it was the 10th too. Wow. They say there was commotion at the house. Somebody comes up to visit on the weekends, which would, of course, if you look at more, we're going to deep dive more, it would presumably be the daughter, right? Who else? Well, maybe it's someone else. We don't know. The neighbor went on to say how they would often hear shouting coming from the home set in the woods. So, September 9th, Amanda and her mother run errands together. That is what Amanda said, that they ran errands together that day and they went to a few stores and all that, right? So then neighbors hear fighting in the evening. Steve goes to bed around 9 p.m. That's the last time he sees his wife, Debbie. They've been married since 2013. At 9 a.m., he leaves for work and sees her rental van outside. Now, this wasn't like a quick volunteer project or whatever. He actually works. I fail to now remember the name of the company, but he works at this company that helps to park vehicles professionally and especially for these big events. And on this day, there was, of course, a game on, So he was helping out with that. So then he said he assumed that she was sleeping because her rental van was still outside. Okay. Then on September 10th, all right, this is the photo that the police shared at the press conference that we looked at together. I hope you caught that. I hope you've seen all the videos and the coverage I've done so far, because it will definitely help you continue to deep dive the case, So that press conference, myself and Neverless True Crime, we analyzed it with you guys line by line. So on September 10th, the Chrysler Pacifica was seen on traffic cameras by the Tallulah Falls School in Georgia at 2:17 p.m. Right? So that's September 10th. So that would be Debbie on her way to the Family Dollar store. Now, where it is at the Tallulah Falls School to the Family Dollar store is at most like 20 minutes. So that would mean if she entered the store at 2:55, if it takes 20 minutes or so to get there, 17, 27, 37. If you think about it, 37. So it's for like almost 20 minutes, 18 minutes. What was she doing? Or was she sitting in the car there? Or, there's 18 minutes to kill before she actually goes into the store. So 2:55 p.m., she enters the Family Dollar store in Clayton, Georgia, 70 miles from home. It's really, really weird that she went shopping there. There's a Walmart on the way. There's actually 9 dollar stores, like Family Dollar stores and Dollar Tree and dollar stores, all that 9, at least 9 on her way from home to this location. So that is a big mystery of why was she in that location? What was she doing there? But she went to this Family Dollar store in Clayton, Georgia, 70 miles from home. She bought a red reusable tote bag, a 2-roll pack of paper towels, a tarp, a rain poncho, and a reusable lighter. All right. So, sorry if I missed any of your comments. Carry on there, guys. So that's what she bought. She seemed calm in the surveillance footage. We looked at that all together in the first episode I did. The full playlist is linked for you in the description box. I hope you'll check it out if you missed it. All right. Otherwise, if I went over everything again, we're going to sit here for hours and hours. So 2:55 p.m. enters the store. Now, at 3:09 p.m., Debbie exits the store. And at 3:17 p.m. is when the Venmo is, Amanda receives the Venmo of $2,385. It has since been debunked that is Andrew's birthday. I know that was going around, but I don't have it with me now, but I've asked for the records, to see Andrew's birthday and Amanda's birthday just to make sure is it their birthday, but it doesn't seem to be. So, not from official records. All right. So the thing is, she leaves the store at 3:09 p.m. and then she sits in her car for 7 to 8 minutes. And then she actually backs the car out, which we're going to look at the footage. She backs the car out, turns around a little bit, parks again, sits there for about 2 minutes, and then leaves. So sitting in that vehicle for 8 minutes, is interesting. And then backing out the car and almost being like, oh, okay, now I'm going to stop again, park again, and speculatively send the Venmo because the timeline would match then. Then at 3:19 p.m., Debbie exits the parking lot and goes southward. At 5 p.m., her rental car is spotted by a law enforcement officer parked where it was found the next day. So the thing is, I find that interesting, but maybe it was just like, oh, okay, maybe he just made a mental note, like there's a car there. But it wasn't yet tied to a case or a missing person or anything like that. So it was just like a mental note as he drove past. Okay, there's a vehicle parked there, right? So, in those 8 minutes in the vehicle and the 20 minutes of time that's missing on the way there, it's just interesting, I wonder if she was communicating with someone. I know that the police said at the press conference they're looking at multiple search warrants for multiple devices. And her phone was found at the crime scene smashed. So there's that as well. I mean, Zipper Cat, it could be something like that, but we just don't know. It's a very interesting amount. This is also a good point, the Erie Ferry. Maybe it's $2,400 less a $15 fee. Could be. It could be that, actually. All right. So now let's look at the background of Amanda Bearden and Andrew Gegerich. I think he says Geigerich. I've heard him say it on his body cam footage there. So this would be Debbie Collier's daughter and her boyfriend. And oh my word. Wow, they really have a we've already looked before a little bit, but I've got documents today where I was able to do a real deep dive. Now, again, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. It's 79 pages long, but it was very interesting to read a deeper dive on an accident that Debbie had in 2018 and a deep dive into both of their criminal records. Wow. I believe all the latest reports and the reporters who were there and interviews saying the phone was smashed at the crime scene. So that's interesting. So now here's the thing: Amanda has lived at this property that her stepfather, Steve Collier, owns on and off for a number of years. He actually bought this property in 1988. So let me quickly have a look. I just want to see how many properties are listed to him. I'm going to count quickly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 properties that he's got listed on as an owner on his name. This is not too far from it's actually very close to Debbie's house. It's on Tallahassee Road, something like that. So to think that Amanda's actually been living there on and off for a number of years. Of course, there's also been a lot of criminal records and legal issues and all kinds of stuff. And man, this is one toxic relationship. So, wow. Let's continue. Sorry, I'm just looking at your comments and I'm like, what? I was just surprised that, he's already, it's not like, oh, Steve just bought a few properties and she's just been there for a few months. On and off for years. She'd recently been living with her brother in Baltimore, Maryland. And 2 days before Debbie went missing, she moved back into this home. So I wonder if it stands empty when she's not there or if it's just there for her all the time. I'm not too sure. But man, yeah, Andrew joined her and we're going to see why that's a problem. So let's look at Amanda Bearden's criminal history. Also, thank you for being here. We will be looking at the surveillance footage that I have received from the Habersham County Sheriff's Department today. Okay, so in 2008, this is now Debbie Collier's daughter. She was arrested over a dispute with a boyfriend. The charges were dropped as she agreed to participate in a pre-trial intervention program. And then in 2012, she was arrested over disputes with a boyfriend. It was over breaking his video game, and she said it was entirely her fault. Now, does that not remind you guys, of DV relationships? Of don't worry, it's all my fault, So she did say, no, it's entirely my fault. However, so she was arrested on disputes with a boyfriend. She faced misdemeanor battery, simple battery, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass charges. She pleaded guilty to the disorderly, and the rest of the charges were dropped in November 2012. Damn. Right? Then she was then sentenced to 12 months probation, which she broke in 2013 by attempting to provide a false sample of a drug test. Then she was sentenced to a further 30 days of imprisonment. In May of 2021, Amanda falsely accused Andrew of breaking into her house and attacking her. She was arrested for falsely reporting a robbery, and he was arrested for battery. Documents associated with his case noted Geigerich and Bearden have a family violence relationship. Wow. I also would love to know this, Sarah. Why did Amanda move out from her brother's place? Me too. All right. So I've got a picture there of the house as well, and that's a picture of her injuries in May of 2021. Yeah, there's not too much info on her brother. I agree. So now Andrew Gigerich's, I don't know how, I say Geigerich because it sounds like a German, Gigerich. Geigerich, criminal history. So in May of 2020, he was charged with family violence battery. I'm just saying all the words now. YouTube's not going to love this. So please make sure you like the video and share it because otherwise, shame, no one will see it. Charged with family violence battery, simple battery, and disorderly conduct for a May 21st, 2020 attack on Amanda Bearden. Then in May of 2021, so it's like the next year, I first had to really look, are you sure? Because it's like, wow, is May like his time to really act up or what? On May 2021, so on May 12th, 2021, he was charged with violation of criminal family violence order and with criminal trespass to the property. He damaged a window of the house. Now, keep that in your mind that he damaged a window of the house because I want to show you a clip of his body cam footage where he's like, I've never taken drugs in my life. And that window was already broken. Like, he really lies, you know? So on September 4th, 2022, violation of family violence order. September 4th, 2022. Just look at the date. Okay. He said, I'm just going to read on the right quickly. They've interrogated all of us. The people who are closest to are kind of looked at as suspects right now. So here it says on 09/4/2021, I responded to a domestic disturbance at the caller Amanda Bearden told the dispatch that Andrew Geiger had come to a residence and trying to kick the front door down to get in the residence through the back window. Officers arrived on scene and contacted Mr. Geiger in front of the yard. He said he was there to get things and that Miss Bearden had stolen money from him in the past. I went inside and talked to Miss Bearden and she told me that he had been beating on the door and yelling. She also said her bedroom window was broken, but that incident happened months ago. So he tries to kind of pair it all together. But yeah, it had happened. There were many incidences. Some told me there may have been a protective order against Mr. Geigerich. Dispatch informed me there was a protective order stating that Mr. Geigerich could not come to this place unless for a one-time pickup of items with police present. Mr. Geigerich violated multiple parts of the protective order by being on the property and having harassing communications with Miss Bearden. Mr. Geigerich was arrested for violating this warrant issued from the magistrate's court. Mr. Geigerich was transported to the county jail and was disorderly. So even when he's arrested, transported to the county jail, he was very disorderly. Recorded on my video camera labeled that date, right? Yes. So let's see. So if you see, May 2020 is one chart, and then May 2021 is another one. And then on September 4th already, look at the date, there's a violation of a family violence order. So now we go further. Okay. November 2021. Now, these aren't yellow because all these things I want you to make sure, write it down. If you have a Grizzly notebook, if you don't know that I make notebooks for you guys to collect, then now you know. They're on Amazon. I'm not trying to plug it. I just love notebooks and I always have my notebooks with me. And there's a whole collection for you. I think we've already got 10 to collect. So get your pen and your notebooks and let's take some notes, shall we? Okay, so November 2021. Andrew was charged for a DUI. Now keep that very much in mind. Okay, just in case. He was charged with a DUI on September 12th, 2021. He was also in possession of MJ, less than an ounce, but still wasn't allowed to, did not wear a seatbelt, did not have an operational tag light. He was charged with reckless driving. Now, this tag light means, from what I saw on the legal documents, that from 50 feet away, you couldn't see the tag at night. So he was charged with reckless driving. January 2022, there was this plea agreement. Andrew was barred from the property where he stayed with Amanda. So you see this whole thing of moving there 2 days before. Yeah, we're taking it all the way back. So we go to January 2022. He was barred from the property where he stayed with Amanda. There was a no contact order. He was to enroll in a rehab program within 15 days of the sentence and would not be allowed to have any firearms and would need to participate in random screens. September 8th, Amanda had moved back into the property, the one I showed you before, back to Georgia, and Andrew was there too. Is that what the fight was about? Maybe Debbie and Amanda had fought over that because of this long history in this toxic relationship, and Debbie and Steve were very supportive of Amanda and had helped her a lot with all the legal troubles and all the issues she was having, with criminal charges and everything and substance abuse. All of that, they were helping so much. So maybe at this point, it's like, oh my word, we're so tired of this. You can't move back in with him after all that. And there's this no contact order in place. So he failed to show up to the Athens drug lab in July and August of 2022, both months, right? So there's the whole of July, whole of August. They're like, whoa, he didn't show up at all, which violated his parole. He also failed to report to his parole officer and failed to pay court fines of $292.25. He also failed to pay probation fees of $135 and failed to show proof of treatment for substance abuse as per assessment or evaluation on April 27th, 2022. This was reported by Debbie Ramirez, probation supervisor, on August 25th, 2022, which is 16 days before Debbie went missing. So imagine how angry someone like this could speculatively be. He'd be very angry if Debbie was like, you know what, I'm putting my foot down. I've had enough of this. Like, I'm going to call it in because there's a no contact order. I'm just saying, imagine if that happened. Now, why did she drive so far north? We still don't know. He was arrested on September 16th, 2022. So that was 5 days after Debbie had been found, and required to serve 6 days in the Clark County Jail. He was ordered to show proof of substance abuse treatment within 20 days, which would be about October 6th approximately. Okay? Yes, they lived within vicinity of each other and probably for a reason. That's right. Yeah, Mexi Texi. Yep. Okay. So now Debbie Collier, some background info. So this is a different vibe now. It's not criminal records. It's just some background info that you might find interesting. On March 22nd, 2018, Debbie was in a car accident at, I don't know how to say that street, but Oconee Street, Athens. She claimed damages of up to $36,000. The defendant was really pissed. He was like, okay. He came in with hardcore lawyers. Now, it wasn't anyone we've mentioned before. So he came in with hardcore lawyers and was like, okay, demanding a 12 jury trial. Wow. And so much information from her. But then in April of 2021, the judge dismissed the case with prejudice. Some court records, which are not reliable, say without, but it's actually with prejudice if you get the actual document, right? Which I paid to get. So I wanted the actual thing in my hands. So with prejudice, April 16th, 2021, which means you can't bring that case back to that court. Okay. So here they say the plaintiff, that's Debbie, claims compensatory damages from the defendant so as to compensate the plaintiff for all of the plaintiff's pain and suffering, injuries, and mental and emotional suffering resulting from the incident complained of past, present, and future. The plaintiff claims past medical expenses in excess of $36,000, like $36,087.20. The plaintiff also seeks medical expenses for medical treatment and attention, which will be required in the future as a result of the incident complained of. So I wonder if this is where the really bad back started, the really bad back pain. I would assume so. So here they've got all the things listed: Athens Regional, Georgia, Emergency Medical Specialist, Radiology Associates, In-Health Professional Services, Orthopedic Clinic, Ashford Pain Solutions, Thrive Integrative Medicine, and Prescriptions, right? So you can see that. Yes. With prejudice is odd, meaning don't bring this silly lawsuit to me again. If there are any lawyers in the chat, okay, or someone with like lots and lots of legal knowledge, please email me. If you're on Patreon, message me there. Yeah, that would be very helpful because sometimes some of these things I would love to talk to some legal experts and be like, what do you think? Am I reading this correctly? Because I'm not a lawyer at all. You know, I just read it as a human being and I'm like, what? So I do my best, but I could definitely appreciate a little bit of help with that. All right. So here, this is now unrelated to that, but in December of 2020, Debbie told friends she'd fallen on a sidewalk. So these are pictures from that. I worry that this could not be from a sidewalk, but maybe it is. She said on Facebook that she face planted, onto the concrete, but she told friends in the area that she had fallen on a sidewalk, right? Okay. Yes. I just want to see what Caroline says. Look at the numbers on the pain solutions fee. I'm going to it. Look at the numbers on the pain solutions fee. Yeah. Ashford Pain Solutions. And what does it mean, Caroline? Yes. Okay, so we continue on. Ooh, really? The Aussie Mozzie. Very nice. Have a law degree in advanced criminal law, non practicing now. So, yeah, if any of you want to help me out sometimes, if I can send you some legal stuff, or I have a question or I'm confused, like I don't know what the hell, then please let me know. Send me an email or a Patreon message. Okay, so now this is interesting to me because remember Diane Shirley, Debbie's sister, she called 911 to ask for information about her sister's disappearance. She said she doesn't know Debbie's address. She lives in Alabama. She said her niece, which would be Amanda, told her that Debbie was missing. Now, Amanda told Diane, pay attention. Amanda told Diane that Debbie had been in an accident about a month ago, so August 2021. However, I must say, when I look at articles, where did I see this now? Oh my word, I've got so much open here for you. One of the articles actually said April. They actually said April. But so you see, if it was April, even still, it's strange that Amanda says, oh, because, Diane was like, well, what do you think happened? It's like, oh, Amanda just comes forward with this information, which is a little bit random to be like, if you think about how it goes down, like, hey, Auntie Diane, just want to let you know that my mom's missing. And it's like, what? What the hell? What happened? It's like, oh, well, she was in an accident about a month ago and she was following a truck. And then this truck lost a paint can, which hit her car. And then the paint went everywhere. Now, the driver was trying to convince Debbie not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole and there was a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive. Diane said she wants to know what's going on because Amanda's not communicating very well with us. Why did I highlight all of this? It might literally be a total random dude driving a truck and his paint can, which is quite difficult to imagine a paint can just like flying off a truck. Weird. You know? Oh, sorry. 2022. Yes. Typo. 2022. Oh, I can fix it and bring it back. Sorry. August 2022, because they said about a month ago. Surely I could play the 911 call again for you. August 2022. Right? About a month ago. She was following a truck. The truck lost a paint can, which hit Debbie's car, and then the paint went everywhere. This dude was out on parole, and there was stipulation that he couldn't drive. That is what Shirley said. So just hold on one second. I want to show you this. Just listen to it quickly. It would be this one. Thank you to Neverless True Crime for this wonderful audio.
Anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That about a month ago.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
So I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I am really worried about my sister.
Okay.
And
you have any information where she might go, or you have anything?
See, the question is, do you have any information about where she might go, or and then have a look.
Well, from my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and she was, on the road. She was following this truck, and this truck lost a paint can, and the paint can hit my sister's car, and the paint went everywhere. And the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole, and there was, a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
I got you. You think that was, I'm sorry. I was going to ask, do you think that was told to anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That's standing from my niece.
Okay.
So that's what Amanda told us. So you guys are saying, well, one or two of you are saying, what does that have to do with anything? Well, because we already know about somebody who's connected to Debbie who had a DUI at the time. No contact order, wouldn't want the police to be called, out on parole, all that. That's what I mean. Not trying to connect dots where they shouldn't be connected, but I'm like, damn, that's interesting, right? Okay. So and I'm back. Can you hear me? I told you I'm going to show you this if it has a problem. Don't know why the hell it does that. I don't know. And I'm sorry about that. Back to what we were busy with. Okay, this is where we were. All right. So, Steve, he was also at the crime scene. They're like, oh my word, Amanda was there and everything. Yeah, Rob, Fury's been naughty. Steve was also there. No one mentioned it. I just find it interesting. Like the husband and Amanda came out. They're always like, Amanda just arrived shortly on scene. You see what I mean? The police didn't say, and then Steve, her husband, and Amanda arrived on the scene. It's like Amanda arrived separately, which is very strange, right? Very strange. So they've been married since 2013. Last saw Debbie on Friday around 9 p.m. And then he went to bed. He came home on Saturday and said that Debbie was not home when he came home. Her driver's license and credit cards were home. Okay. So we have to listen to that. I have to one more time listen to that because I saw a whole bunch of reports saying her driver's license and debit card was at home, which is like, sorry, what? You know? So imagine if she took her phone and her credit card, but either way, her daughter initially said she only took her driver's license and credit card, right? So it still makes no sense. According to Amanda, Debbie's purse was still at home. Her stepdaughter received a text that, they won't let me go, is what he said. And then when the 911 dispatcher said, is that all that message said? He said, that's all that it said. So it's like, that's what Amanda told him, right? He left at 9 a.m. She was still sleeping. Video evidence shows Steve parking cars between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on September 10th, 2022. The rental car was from Enterprise, and he thought she was out shopping because she usually shops for food on Saturdays, right? Thank you, Caroline, for messaging me on Patreon. I will get to that. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've already gone over the screaming and fighting that neighbors have heard. I just put it there and rather in the beginning as well, so we can go over that. So that is interesting as well. This is a picture of the home, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because I saw a lot of people on social media saying, but was there even a blue flower pot at the home? There actually are blue flower pots at the home. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yeah, she might have had more than one purse, exactly. Yes. Okay. So there you could see the blue flower pots. I can see at least 3. How many can you see? Yeah, so at the crime scene, they found her purse, they found her cell phone. Yeah. All right. So that's all the background info that I was able to dig out for you guys. Now, this one was a little interesting clip where they say one friend, like friend of the Colliers told the Post, there's a reason we are keeping quiet. I don't understand what's taking so long, one added, while referring to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. They're slow out here. Interesting that the one friend says there's a reason we're keeping quiet. What? What do you know? Maybe publicly, maybe not telling the New York Post, but maybe telling the police, hopefully, what they know. All right. Welcome to membership, everyone who's joining. Thank you so much. Now, I just want to go over this one more time. They say police accompanied by canines approached the wooded area off the road and soon found the remains of a fire. Nearby, they found a red bag and blue burned top through the brush. As they approached the fire, they looked further down the sloped embankment where he saw Debbie's naked, burnt body. Now, many reporters are saying partially nude. The police report says nude. I don't know if she was fully nude or not. She was laying on her back, grasping a small tree with her right hand, the police report stated. Bearden, who was hysterical at the scene, was shouting that the car pulled over on the road belonged to her mom. Now, don't you think that's a little strange? Just a little bit, right? Someone brought it up in the previous stream that as soon as Amanda arrived, she's hysterical. That's my mom's car. Okay. Damn. You know, maybe it's like, oh my word, my mom was missing. That's her car. But like before that, you couldn't even identify the tags. You had no idea. You pulled up the rental agreement and all that. So it's a little strange. Anyway, and so she told police on the scene that her mother didn't have any mental health issues and denied that she had ever experienced unaliving tendencies. Right? Debbie, who worked as the front office manager at Carriage House Realty in Athens for many years, okay, and the homicide investigation is ongoing. So, what I can show you is quickly, and then we'll look at the footage. So here, oh, sorry, since it crashed on me. There you go. That's such a beautiful picture of her, right? Debbie Collier, front office manager. Yes. Yeah, inappropriate reactions are too common with those who know more than they say. It's just a little weird to see the car, not even, they hadn't found Debbie yet, right? From what I understand, it's just like arriving, seeing the car and being like, oh my word, that's my mom's car. Like, okay, calm down. Shouldn't you be excited that they found the car? Wow. Yeah, there's a quick reaction to assume it's something terrible. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Lisa. Exactly. Saw the tarp on the ground in the driveway. Interesting. Yes. Interesting. Did you not? Did you see a tarp? Let's put it back on. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Mm-hmm. I see what you mean. There is a tarp on the ground. But I suppose that's very common, right? It seems very sloppy. J. Nicole. Exactly. I don't know either. All right. So let's do this and then footage time. Just hold on 1 second. I want to make myself smaller. It's a bit of an odd size file, but I'm sure you can see it, right? Okay. So can you see my cursor? Cursor. Hello. Properties. Oh, so annoying. Just hold on 1 second. I'm just going to keep playing it through while you guys watch. She's literally right here. Hold on. Okay, this way. She's literally right here. This is her car right here. Okay. So, have a look. It's very good quality that I got from them, but sometimes here and there it gets a little pixelated. Yes. Sorry, it's just a bit quiet now. I'm sure you guys are watching. Look, she backs out just a little bit. So this is the time she's sitting in the car. I just want to mute myself quickly. Sorry, I'm right here. There's quite a wait while she just sits in the car. I can go forward if you want, but rather look at everything. Look at everything you can see. Okay? See, well, let's see what Katie says. Man working on hood of his truck is sus. All right. I just quickly want to slow the chat. I'm sorry. I only saw that now. And I'm just going to avoid those type of bots. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to turn on subscribers only just for 1 minute. Okay. If you subscribe for 1 minute, you can chat along so that it avoids all these bots rolling in. Yes, I'm trying. Sorry. I just want to find out. I'm trying to. I'm trying to find out where to put my cursor on again. It's so annoying here. Hold on. Janet says, I don't think anyone in the lot is involved. So this first bit, I mean, it might be boring to some of you, but if you look at everything, it's not. Just watch. This is for you now. Just watch, okay? So many technical problems today. I'm sorry. Okay, just keep watching. She's literally, I'm just going to have to fly myself. Sorry if it's like. Okay. This car right here. She's going to back it up. She's going to back it up, park it for a bit, and we're going to watch all of that together. Watch everything. And if you see anything, remember to call in the tip if you think it's something really important, okay? Diane says red pickup moved again. So much time sitting in her car on more than one occasion makes me think there's somebody in the van with her, which of course couldn't be seen because of the tinted window. Or maybe she was on the phone. I don't know. It's so weird to drive 70 miles, right? Buy those items. There was at least 20 minutes of time to kill before she entered the store, and then afterwards, sitting there for 8 minutes. Very interesting, right? Janet, that pigeon looks sus. This case is so interesting. I agree, Diane. Okay, so I know it's like it's long, right? But we're just sitting here, we're watching it, we're getting to it now. This is at 6 minutes into the video, so just hold on. Now there's a sound lag. Can you hear me now? Look, she's backing out. She's backing out. That's her backing out now. See? Now, I find the movement of the vehicle right there, that truck, very interesting because just watch and let me know what you think, okay? That truck. Look how that truck now does that like weird little exit. It might have absolutely nothing to do with it. I'm just like, interesting. Because that's also how she drives out. And she's waiting there now. But he doesn't drive out, or he or she. That truck doesn't drive out. It turns around and it comes back and just parks. Wait, here. It's just parking right here. Are we all stalkers now? Little bit. So interestingly, you can see Debbie just sits there in her car for about 2 minutes. So this would be 2 minutes before she leaves. Sorry, a bit. So she backs out like that, turns around, parks there for a bit. That would match the time of when the Venmo was sent, and then drives out. And as she drives towards this truck here, I just find the driving quite interesting. It's like body language of the cars, right? Driving towards the truck. Look. I don't know. And just like spotting it and then deciding, oh, I'm not going that way. And then also snaking out like that. It's a bit strange. But the truck just stays there the whole time. See, and then she drives out like that. It's a weird pattern, right? Yeah, making the Venmo. Exactly, Janet. How's the sound doing, guys? Am I still lagging? And then she's up there for a bit. You can see the nose of the car just over the grass. And then she drives off. There. Now she starts driving. Right? It's so strange. So we're going to watch it again. And now they leave it for another at least 40 seconds after that. So she's gone out of sight. And we can still watch a little bit. Okay, the sound is good. I don't believe the silver SUV follows her, but we can watch again. Okay, so I think it'll just start again. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. Do you want to watch from the start? It's 8 minutes. Yes, nobody ever gets out. I know, that's the thing. Nobody ever gets out of the black truck. I just want to try something quickly. So just bear with me, please. I want to do this. Weird. Let's go like this. Okay, good. Now we can see. Okay, so now I've got the pointer. Here's Debbie's car. And this is after she's exited the store. Remember, it's afterwards. She exited the store at 3:09 p.m. and they said she left at 3:19, which is 10 minutes. But you can see in between, she actually backs out. So after about 6 or 7 minutes, I'd say 7 minutes, she backs out of that parking space, turns the car around, parks for a little longer, then drives out. So if the Venmo was sent at 3:17, it would match the time at which he'd backed out and parked again. You know what I mean? Yes, I also think so. South Texas. My guess is the GBI and local police have suspects figured out. It's all about pinning and all the suspects down to a T. So yeah, probably about prosecuting her, building the case, and making sure they get everything, all the phone records and everything. Because I find it quite weird in the how that one neighbor's like, there's a reason we're keeping quiet, and I don't know why it's taking so long. That was interesting to me. Yes. The driver of that van was in the dollar store uniform. Yes, I looked up the uniform. She was there in uniform. To me, I've watched this a few times now, right? Just to look at what can I spot before we all look at it together. And I don't know. To me, that black truck that comes around the corner from here and then drives like this as she's backing out and then she decides to rather wait, it's just strange to me. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled, everyone. And then make sure you leave it in the comments as well what your thoughts are. So this other car is backing out now. This Venmo is the strangest thing. This case is so strange. There's so many weird things, but the Venmo is like, wow. You guys are like the van. Are you talking about this? Jackie, I believe she was found on the southbound side. On the east side? I just have to think about this because you guys drive. So wait, northbound? I think it was on the southbound side, but I have to check again. Janet, I'll remember not to drive suspicious in a parking lot now. Okay, so just look at everything. Northbound. So where her car was found. Oh yeah. We drove it. Oh yeah. Wait, I'm thinking. Yeah, it was on the northbound side. That's so crazy. That's still crazy. Okay, so that car is leaving. I usually sit in my car if I'm faffing about on my phone. Yes, more cameras are needed in the car park. Okay, let's just see where we're at with this. We're getting there. We're at 5 minutes in. We'll watch it one more time so that you can get it really nice. You can rewatch it as well later. It's so strange that sometime between 3:19 p.m. when she leaves and the next day at 12:44 p.m. something really bad happened. Beeline to the shop. Okay, we're getting to the point where she's going to pull out now. I believe so, Jinjin, because he was at work, spotted on video surveillance from 9 to 4 that day. Okay, so I'm just watching all the cars as well. Yeah, there's no sound on the surveillance footage. No. Why do they give footage that starts after she exits the store? Well, they have the surveillance footage that we looked at of her entering the store. And then right after leaving here is when something really bad happened to her. There, so she backs out a little bit, stops, continues backing out a little bit, turns. Now, there's a truck that comes round the corner here. Now, this one. Okay. She stops here. She stops right here. This car goes like this, goes through there, goes around, and then parks here and just sits there. Maybe they're also faffing on their phone. So she's sitting here at this point, making the, well, if she made the Venmo was made around this time. And then she pulls off. Okay, here she goes. Like this. Okay. There's nothing blocking her from going straight and out. But there she's like, whoa, like it was like quite fast. And then she stops right here. I think maybe seeing this car. You know, I'm like showing myself. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm just going back a second. I want to go back a second because I'm showing the cursor to myself. My bad. So here she is. So she pulls away. Okay, pulling away. You can see the mouse pointer, right? Going like this. Paused. And she's going quite fast here, looking like every intention of going straight, but then slows down here and then decides, whoa, I'm going to turn this way. Instead of going there, I'm going to turn this way. I know this car is also racing around here. Now here we go. She turns and goes out. No one gets out of this car the whole time. These two just stay there the whole time on this footage. So maybe they just really shopped there or something, or also faffing on their phone. So here, did I miss it now? Her car is here. There. And then she drives off. Here. There it goes. There you go. Okay. And then, yeah, beyond that sign, it just disappears, which is, I think, just the capacity of the surveillance footage, or what is it? What do you think it is? It's so weird how it just like disappears after that sign. Did you see? Look. So from here, driving, like this. There she goes. And then right after the sign, gone. Strange. Maybe hiding from possibly the camera in that business. Maybe. You say, man poking out. Where? So yeah, if you see anything, make sure you contact law enforcement. Let's see, do I still have the number on here? I think I have it in the description box. I think it's this one. Yeah. Tips to 706-839-0560 or 706-839-0559. All right. So let's remove that. Interesting, right? So I hope you guys will watch it again. Come back a few times if you want, see what you see. Let me know if you see anything like, oh my word, you have to look at this. So now what I want to show you is this body cam of this dude. Oh my word. So this is Andrew's body cam from 2021. So it's unrelated to the case at all. It's just, I just want to show you how well he lies. My word, this guy can lie.
But she's still been taking money from my card.
I hope you can hear.
And that's the only reason we've had any contact, because every week she takes $500 or $600 from my check, and I just don't see how that's right. And she goes and does dope with my money. Like I've made over $30,000-$40,000 this year, and I'm completely broke because she spends it all on drugs. And my issue, there's clothes in the house that is mine. Could you tell me what happened when you came over here this morning? I asked for my clothes, and she said I needed to leave. I mean, I just got here. I haven't done anything wrong. That window's been broke.
So see you there when he's like, that window's being broken. Remember, we looked at when it was broken as well in that presentation. If you missed it, please go back and check it out. Gregory, thank you for this. You say, was the Venmo a last minute thought? And going out of her way, I go to the nearest store when I shop. Me too. Like, whoa, 70 miles to go to the dollar. She could have also gotten those items that she bought pretty much anyway, right? So it's really strange. This is Andrew, Amanda Bearden's boyfriend. Debbie Collier's daughter's boyfriend. That one. Okay, so we're all on the same page? Sorry. Andrew, got it?
Can I just leave if she's not going to give me my stuff? I really haven't. I mean, we're just trying to figure out what's going on because, beating on somebody's door this early, causing scene. So, I understand. Like stuff's been stolen or whatever. She said to not ring the doorbell because her cat doesn't like it. I just knocked on the door a couple times. I haven't done anything that they're saying. I mean, they've already made false charges against me before. So y'all were talking through the door at each other?
False charges, but Amanda was covered in bruises. He says, I've never taken drugs in my life. Like, this guy's got so many drug charges, battery, all sorts of stuff, which we looked at. We looked at all his charges at the beginning of the stream. So you see how much he can lie here. Damn.
Trying to. But I mean, if she wants me to leave, I'll leave. I didn't know. All right, man. Can I just go?
Just stand by with me so he can talk to her. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew.
I just want to be done with her. I mean,
Have y'all?
She's been cheating on me. She's been doing drugs. I've never done any drugs in my life.
Have y'all had police involved before in y'all's business?
Oh my word, sorry. That's so annoying. I'm like really frustrated. I don't know what the problem is, honestly. Calm. Be calm. We will behave ourselves and be calm. Oh my word. I don't know what it is, and I'll try to figure it out, but I don't know what it is. So let's continue listening to this dude.
Business.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to get my money back, because we're not supposed to have contact, but she's taking $500 each check.
Why aren't y'all supposed to have contact, Andrew?
Because
Is there like a court order?
I guess so. I don't know. I went to court a while back, but
Did you get arrested?
I've been arrested before. Well, the last time I got arrested because they falsified whatever. I mean, her mom, dude, I don't know what the issue is here. I don't know why I'm so unliked. This girl got hit by a car, and I'm taking care of her. I don't know what the problem
Let's
is.
get in the shade.
I
Over
would
here.
just like to, I mean, I work hard.
Where do you work at?
Williams-Sonoma.
Williams-Sonoma. Okay.
I just want to know why it's okay for her to steal $600 a week from me, and I can't do anything about it.
It's not okay. So we're here now, so
Because
maybe
last
we can
time I
help
went to
out.
court, I mentioned that, and
What'd they say?
I mean, well, they pushed it back till another day. So like,
How does she have access to your money?
well, long story short, when we were together, my phone broke. Long story short, I mean, she's manipulated me into all the where she could have all my money, basically do whatever she wants to me, kick me out whenever she wants, basically just do whatever. And it's okay because I'm a man. There's nothing I can do about it, like other than just let her do it or leave.
But how does she? I'm asking.
Well,
how
long
does
story
she?
short, I didn't have a phone
Uh-huh.
because my phone broke. So this is the dumbest mistake I've ever. We linked our cards together so she can send herself money from my card. But so I mean, the first person to touch my money is her, and it's usually $500 or $600.
Where do you work? So how do you get paid through your job?
Well, I just recently switched it to a paper check, so she couldn't do that, and
Okay. So you kind of took care of that problem.
yeah, but I mean, it's still $4,000 that.
You got to go to court for something like that. If she's not willing to give you the money back, you got to take her to court, a civil court, because y'all live together. So it's a civil issue.
Well, we don't live together anymore.
Y'all did though.
Okay.
So
I'm just trying to figure out because I've told her like, hey, don't take any of my money. I'm staying at my grandma's, and then all of a sudden.
Okay. We don't live together anymore, but like, okay, you you were literally there again 2 days before Debbie went missing, staying in a property that Steve, Debbie's husband, owns with Amanda when he wasn't supposed to be there at all. It's ridiculous, right? This cop can spot a liar at 1,000 yards. Right? Oh man. It's so terrible to see him like, I have never taken drugs in my life before. Like, okay. Info on the 2385. How do I communicate with you? You can email me at grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com or go to my website, grizzlytruecrime.com, and you can contact me there via my contact form. So that would be that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Emma. Is it Emma? AMA? Wow. Okay. I'm very frustrated with these technical problems, and I'm very sorry about it. I've got this brand new freaking beautiful mic, and I don't know. I think it's probably a VPN issue, but I'm in the Netherlands, so I need a VPN. It's so annoying. So here they say major timeline update in the hunt for Debbie Collier's killer after husband's whereabouts revealed in the hours she vanished. It's been more than 3 weeks since mom Debbie Collier was found dead in rural Georgia. Cops have still not identified any potential suspects linked to her death, further shrouding the case in mystery. Okay, I just want to take that off. Thank you, P.T. Nodaman. So then they say, but police have since revealed that her husband, Stephen, was caught on video working between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on September 10th. It was the same day that the surveillance footage caught Collier in a family dollar store in Clayton. She bought several items, including a tarp, poncho, lighter, tote bag, and paper towels. Cops have since determined that Collier sat in her rented Chrysler Pacifica for 10 minutes before leaving the store. So, not sitting for the full 10, though. Exiting the store at 3:09, sitting for about 7 minutes or so, then pulling out, parking again, sitting for a little bit more, and then leaving at 3:19. Cops have since determined that Collier sat, therefore, since leaving the store, it was known that Collier had wired her daughter Amanda Bearden more than $2,300 via Venmo, but the transfer happened while she was in the store's parking lot. Interesting. Collier was found dead less than 24 hours later on September 11th, and cops continue to hunt for her killer. That's interesting language, right? I know it's from the Sun. We don't know, but they do say they're treating it as a homicide investigation. They don't believe this is kidnapping. They don't believe she unalived herself. Yes, her husband was working. I believe her phone was smashed, you guys. And then an unfired bullet was discovered near where Collier's remains were found. Former homicide detective Pat Diaz told Fox News, "That's an important piece of evidence, and that's something one or more suspects could have dropped on the way out the door." Colonel Murray Kogod of Habersham County Sheriff's Office revealed it's going to take significantly more time than the 19 days that have passed since the discovery to solve this crime. A series of chilling 911 calls from her family before her death had been revealed. If you didn't hear me cover that, please check out the previous episode, which was the stream with the press conference as well. We went over every 911 call. A caller who identified herself as Diane Shirley, Collier's sister, mentioned a previous encounter with an unidentified ex-con, someone who was out on parole and had a DUI. Huh? Interesting. She said from her niece, she said that Collier was in an accident about a month ago. Shirley added that Collier was driving behind a truck when a paint can fell from the vehicle, striking her car. She said the paint went everywhere. The driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole. And there was a stipulation to his parole that he could not drive. Another person who could not drive at the time was Andrew. A smashed phone might be reconstructed or info extracted from chips. True. Yes, if they had any sense about them, they would have sent the 2385 to a new or unknown account. Childish mistakes. Yeah. Okay, so the time of death has been narrowed between 3:09 p.m. on September 10th and 12:44 p.m. So it's actually 3:19 and 12:44 on September 11th. She was naked, her stomach was charred, and she was grasping a small tree down a ravine, the police said. There was also, they discovered the remains of a fire. Her death has been ruled a homicide, but investigators have ruled out that she was kidnapped or took her own life. So strange. Now, one thing I want to show you, which I think was, sorry, there's a lot of articles I've got here. I think it was this one. John Kelly, a criminal profiler and psychotherapist, told Fox News Digital that he has reason to believe that the murder could be the work of a repeat offender or a serial killer just starting off. He said, "This is all the signs of a SA attack with volcanic rage. I have to think he was trying to cover his DNA. Why you got to burn her? The burning is important to us. Is it a signature? Are we going to see more of that? Do we have a budding serial killer on our hands?" I'm reading that to you because, of course, John Kelly, criminal profiler, is highly respected. A criminal profiler and psychotherapist. It's interesting to hear his comments as well. No suspects have been named yet. Okay. Another interesting thing I found was, is it this one? Yeah. This from 11 Alive. It's so strange how they look at this little piece here.
Happened to Deborah Collier. This mystery is gaining national attention tonight as new details reveal the Athens woman's tragic final moments. More than a week after her body was found in
Like, I've been trying to find out all day where the hell these pictures are from and why they're showing it. There's this picture and one other one. Do you guys know, if you're from the area, do you know what the hell this is? And the reason I find it interesting is because reporters are now saying that she was down a steep ravine. And on Court TV today, one of the reporters, who's written multiple articles on this case as well, said she fell down a ravine. And I'm like, what? So do any of you live in the area and do you recognize this? Because I can't even
County,
I can't even reverse search this image to find out where the hell is this. Like, what is it?
about an hour away from her home. A police report.
Look at that. I don't know why they're showing these pictures. Why? Do you know? That's very strange.
Reveals the exact details of the crime scene. And a warning, folks, they are very disturbing. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn has.
Okay. Sorry to pause him on that face. So that was interesting. Let me quickly find the from Court TV. 1 second, please. Bear with me now.
Sham.com. Please go on there, check out all the coverage. Joy Purcell is back with us, and a New York City senior reporter for the U.S. Sun, Luke Kenton, back with us tonight as well. Okay, big day today. Joy, I'm going to start with you, Habersham County. I'm impressed by investigators there. I'm impressed by the sheriff's office. It seems we got
We're just going to listen here. I know it's around this mark, so just have a listen.
a little bit more information about the timeline on where Debbie was that day.
Well, that's right. They did narrow it by about 10 minutes, Vinny. And so now we're talking about a 22-hour gap from when she is last known to have been alive to when her body was discovered at 12:44 p.m. on Sunday, September 11th. That's still a lot of unanswered time as to what transpired, but we do know that the items that she purchased at that dollar or that Family Dollar store in Clayton, which is about 12 miles north of where her body was found, those items were located at the crime scene. And I had occasion to visit the crime scene today, what's left of it and what remains. And there are still signs of paper towels that are visibly charred. The charred tree that investigators spoke of earlier in the week is still there. And you can see the ravine that they talked about, her falling down.
See that sentence right there? I'm like, what the hell is this lady saying? The ravine where she was falling down. So maybe she just means this right here. And we had one of the Grizzlies, Lisa, literally go to the scene, walk around, find the tree, the charred tree, the paper towels that were still some of them left there, the gloves scattered around. So I don't know where those pictures came from, but they sure confused me. I'm just like, why are they showing those pictures? Sometimes it's just so weird that 11 Alive is showing that. Anyway, yes, Amanda, the video that I had from someone said that there was a stream near where the body was found. She pointed towards it, but it's not like a steep cliff like that, right? I saw that clip with them climbing down on 11 Alive. It's strange, right? Yeah, this is a different place than the ravine. I'm just saying, imagine if she wasn't found right there by the tree, but by all accounts, from everything I've seen, she was found near the tree that we saw, right? Yeah, the place that Lisa went to is the ravine, but not a cliff. Yes. Yeah, the fact that the charred tree and all of the evidence still there makes me furious. Me too. Okay, so let me just see what I've got on here. I do have a little bit of map time. It's nothing really new. It's just to show you maybe where the husband, where I've tried to pinpoint where he was working. And also, Mob Crew was asking earlier, do you guys from the area know if there was actually a game that day at 4 p.m.? Because the last stream we had, a few of you from the area said there was a game that day. But would the game be on a Saturday? Would it be on September 10th? And was it at 4 p.m.? Or was it supposed to be the next day? Can you let me know if you know? Yeah, that reporter was not in the field. Maybe we should play our footage again, right? Okay, so let's do our original map time song. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. Sorry about that. No, where did it go? Damn it. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I'm so not organized with my... so remember I was asking you guys to vote for the new map time song? Yeah, I haven't added the new one yet, or the original one. It doesn't seem to be on here either. Damn it. Okay, so if we just look at the map over here, this area here, 435 Rocky Drive is where Debbie lived with her husband. And then the Sanford Stadium, which is where I would assume the game happened. Is that correct? Let me know. And then they mentioned where the husband was working. And it sounds like this, Synovus Bank. So this is the closest one. And he was helping to park cars that day. So I would assume he was here from 9 until 4. College football is on Saturdays. I also wonder, Caroline, I still wonder if the spot with the gloves is the real location where Debbie's found. Now, especially with that type of news footage, I'm like, what is that? Why did they show that? Thank you, Rob. All is well. Right? Okay, let's see. Let's see. What am I missing? Sorry if I'm missing all your messages, you guys. I'm trying my best to keep up. Theory. She was killed by that tree. They tried to burn her. That didn't work, so they threw her in the ravine. That would make sense to me, except I can't find a ravine like that in the area where she was found. So home. So here's a stadium. That's similar. It sounds like the name of where Steve worked. Home. And then she drives 70 miles north. All the way up there. It's 80 miles total from the stadium there. Over an hour to go to this Family Dollar store? Like, I still want to know why there. Who does she know in this area? And I was actually digging real deep into that previous accident she had in 2018 with a guy who she had sued. And I thought, what if he was really upset? And if he lived anywhere in this area, I'd be like, damn, but he doesn't. He does not. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know why she would have driven all the way up there. Unless, of course, as you guys say, some of you say she was forced to go there or something. But she seems so calm in the store, right? Thanks, everyone. Yep, 33-0, Georgia won on September 10th. Thanks, Chris, as well. All right. Damn, they really kicked ass that day, huh? Oh, my word. So, yeah, Family Dollar store is there. And now where's this other spot here? Always losing that other spot. This one. Just want to take this one out and this one out. Tallulah Falls, US 23 is here. Now, she was found over here. So why do I get confused about northbound or southbound? It's because I'm from South Africa and we drive on the left-hand side. We would be this would be northbound and this would be southbound. But you guys are opposite, am I right? So on this side, it might be the Panther Creek stream something or other. She was found just south of Victory Home Lane. You can see the pull-offs to the side. But you see what I mean? If I went on Google Earth as well, if you guys find those types of pictures, you see Victory Home Lane. Victory Home Lane goes all the way up to here. So you know what I mean? Like where is a ravine like that? Or a cliff? That looked like a damn cliff, just like straight down. I don't know. If you know the area as well. I did also ask people from the area. I asked Lisa. Glad you're not driving here and there now then. Yeah, goats on a roof. We drive on the right side, which means she was found on the northbound side. Am I right? She's found in this area, and this is the highway, northbound. Oh, interesting. Regarding the Family Dollar, did Debbie's real estate company have any listings nearby where a real estate agent might need cleanup gear before a showing? They won't let me go, being her bosses. Interesting. Very interesting, Caroline. A cliff, a hill. Yeah. Exactly. How does she get from the southbound to the northbound? Oh, this case is so confusing. And I'm like in it now with you guys, right? Are you also like in it? Oh my word. I can't stop thinking about it because nothing makes sense in the case, really. It's like that Venmo. The way the car was just found empty. The way the red tote bag was found on the side. Then there's just all these little weird burnt bits. Then she's nude or partially nude, depending on the police report said nude. Okay, and then burnt. When they say abdomen, I wonder if they mean, sorry to be graphic, but abdomen, or do they mean something else? Is what like John Kelly was saying there, profiler John Kelly. Maybe it's a little bit lower than the abdomen, but I don't know. I think it's weird. Yeah, true. She wasn't in work clothes. But maybe she was preparing a property up there. It's not a bad thought, actually. I don't know if they had any listings. We'll have to deep dive that. I'm not going to scramble around for it now, because then I'm going to look like silly just scrambling around looking at this. But this is the company, Carriage House Athens Rentals. Oh no, you guys, you're going to make me do rentals properties. I think this is all in Athens, though, not? Interesting. Athens. I'm just making a quick look here. Wait. Coney. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Current listings. Show map. Yeah, we love to show the map. Yeah, it's not all that far away. I just want to see. Yeah, it seems like it's just in Athens, right? Let me know what you think. Yeah, can they not try to get... I'm sure they're already doing that. That's a good question, too. Was her seat adjusted to her height? Someone else could have driven her car and parked it. The burning makes 0 sense right now. The burning makes 0 sense. The Venmo makes 0 sense. The amount of the Venmo makes 0 sense. My goodness. Okay. I just want to see if I've covered everything that I wanted to cover with you today. This was an interesting one. I think here. Yeah. Jason Jensen. You guys remember Jason Jensen, private investigator from the Moab murders case? Kylie Schulte and Crystal Turner. It says the message was sent a day before she was found dead in rural Georgia. Crime scene profiler Jason Jensen told the U.S. Sun that while the message appeared as if it came from a kidnapped victim, this may not be the case. The text message contained a reference to a key underneath a flower pot. Jensen said it looks like the text was nothing more than a pretext. Referencing the key was to make cops believe it was actually Debbie sending the text. He believes whoever sent the text was aware of the key and it could offer cops clues regarding potential suspects. That is such a good point, right? Because, yeah, whoever sent the text would be aware of the key. Wow. The daughter and husband have not been ruled out. The only one that the police have said they have surveillance is of the husband, knowing exactly where he was from 9 to 4 that day. Okay? Every time I think something makes sense, one of the parts do not. Like all the pieces just don't fit. I agree. So I would love to know where Amanda and Andrew were that day. What were they doing that day? Right? The note in the Venmo is whack. It's so whack. It's like, they are not going to let me go. Love you. There's a spare key under the flower pot, under the blue flower pot. What? What if she sent that to her daughter, but a sign to Steve that something was off? So scary. Maybe she was meeting someone out in the area. You just never know, right? I also want to know, was there a key under the flower pot? Yeah, daughter worked at Habitat for Humanity nearby. I believe there's a branch nearby. We haven't confirmed if she actually worked at the one nearby, right? Cops have ruled that there was no evidence that Collier was kidnapped, according to a police report, which would kind of disregard the whole Venmo message, right? Like making it look like a kidnapping. And then the police are like, it's not a kidnapping. We're treating this as a homicide. The media nor cops haven't even hinted towards a name or any other possibilities. Not really. We don't know where he was from 4 to 6, but he would never be able to get to where Debbie's car was found and back. That's 3 hours. So he'd only be home at 7, and he already called 911 from home at 6:01. Okay. So that's that. Let me just see what else I got, and then I'm going to call it a day. I think I'm almost there. Let's see what's here. Neighbor of Georgia mom found dead in a ditch while naked and clinging to a tree claims they heard screaming and fighting from a house the night before she went missing. Okay, so this is where I got that clip from. Neighbors of a Georgia mother who was found naked and clinging to a tree have claimed they heard a commotion at her house the night before she went missing. Debbie Collier, 59, was found dead in a small, steep-sided ravine. You see, they say steep-sided ravine. On September 11th, near a wooded area in Tallulah Falls, Georgia, her body had been charred and there were burn marks on her abdomen. What? A next door neighbor has since revealed how they heard screaming and fighting at the family home on the evening of September 10th. They say 10th, but I think it's 9th. That's what they mean. Typo there. There was a commotion at the house, the neighbors revealed. Somebody comes up to visit on weekends and in the evenings, and there's loud screaming and fighting, they told the New York Post, adding that it was a younger woman. So see, they know they've seen who comes to visit. So they're like, oh, it's a younger woman. The neighbor went on to say how they would often hear shouting from the home, set in the woods. So these are lovely pictures of them. Oh wow. Wait. That was interesting. I don't want to miss it. Okay. There is Highway 23 as well as Highway 85. 2385. Maybe. Interesting. Thank you to AMA. 2385 equals court fees plus the previous bond for Andrew. But they don't add up. Can you send it to me? Did you send it on email? Because I did that little sum and I'm like, oh, it doesn't add up. It was much less than that amount. It was 6 times less the amount when I calculated. So just hold on one second. I'm trying to think exactly what to show now. Well, the presentation I had on earlier showed his court fees there from all the documents I had. So I don't know. I just want to quickly look. Everybody remain calm. I hope you emailed me. Nope. AMA, can you email me? You say, yes, it took me some time. I don't know, man. When I looked at all the documents that I had obtained, all of his fees together was less than about $500 from what I saw. But please let me know. That would be interesting. And are you saying it was the exact amount? That would be interesting. Okay. So that's pretty much what we have right now. Family members of murdered Georgia mom Debbie Collier feel like suspects in the case. Of course, their phones, Amanda's phone and Andrew's phones, have been taken. Family members of the murdered Georgia mom Debbie Collier have had their phones confiscated by police and feel like they're being looked at as suspects, her daughter's boyfriend told the Post on Thursday. $2,385. They're not going to let me go. Love you. There's a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door, the message read. Speaking outside an Athens home he shares with Bearden, the boyfriend said the family has been given scant details by Habersham County Sheriff's Office investigators. They haven't really told us nothing, he said, requesting that his name not be used. They've interrogated all of us. The people who are closest to her are kind of looked at as suspects right now. He said cops have been in possession of Bearden's phone along with his own. It's weird, he said. I feel like the sheriff's department may have some leads, but they won't tell us anything. Bearden's boo said the couple moved to Athens from Maryland just 2 days before Collier. That's so man, just 2 days before she vanished in a rental car with her driver's license and debit card. See, here they say driver's license and debit card. So weird, right? Her own vehicle was being repaired after an accident. We came back Thursday, he said. Her mother brought us lunch Friday, and then Saturday is when she went missing. He says we came back Thursday. The numbers are not date of birth. I've looked at Andrew's date of birth. I don't have it on me right now, but I've looked at Andrew's one and Amanda's one, and it's not the date of birth dates. Okay, so he said we came back Thursday. Her mother brought us lunch Friday. So that's a new detail. And then Saturday is when she went missing. Okay. Collier, a realtor, lived at her home with her husband, Stephen Collier. He told cops he last encountered his wife at 9 p.m. the night before her disappearance and didn't see her leave the following morning because they sleep in separate beds due to his snoring. A neighbor told the Post Wednesday that she heard a commotion coming from the Collier's home the night before she vanished, and the family frequently engaged in screaming and fighting. Collier's killer apparently attempted to burn her corpse about 100 yards off the side of the highway where her car was found in rural Athens, roughly 60 miles from her home. A Post reporter toured the crime scene Thursday, where discarded pieces of yellow police tape and blue gloves formed a trail to the base of an uprooted tree where Collier's body was found. So that's what they say. That's what's reported. And that's from people who were there, just like Lisa, one of the Grizzlies, was also there. AMA says exact. If you could please, if there's any way that you could type it out, email it to me during the stream right now, because I'm not going to be here long anymore. Otherwise, guys, I will share it with you next time because I'm waiting for updates in the case, right? Oh, Venmo charges $25 to put in account same day. Thank you, Tracy. That's also good to know. I'll monitor the email again just now. Oh. And they don't know where the money is. That's what I find so strange. Like, follow the money. Where's the money? The police say they don't. Well, it's not like they don't know where the money. I suppose they don't. They haven't confirmed where the money is. So, charred roots, burned paper towels, and melted blue plastic from a tarp were also still visible. Police reported finding the remains of a blaze near Collier's nude body, and that she was found gripping the base of a small tree with her right hand. Her abdomen, they said, showed signs of charring. Cops also found a red tote bag near Collier's corpse. Bearden, who became hysterical as she watched her mother's remains carried up the ravine. Well, that makes more sense. If that's why she became hysterical, that makes sense. If that's new information, whoa. But initially they said, oh my word, that's my mother's car, is why she went hysterical. If this is why she was hysterical, obviously that makes sense. She watched her mother's remains being carried up the ravine. Wow. Told police that her mother has had no history of mental illness or unaliving thoughts. She also told investigators that Collier had a bad back and could not have wandered into the wooded area where she was discovered. In an interview with CBS 46, Bearden said, my mom was my everything. Somebody took my whole world from me. She was a beautiful, kind, giving woman, and she didn't deserve any of this. I want justice for my mom. Someone had pointed out to me that saying she was so giving is an interesting description at this point. If, because the Venmo was also sent to Amanda, like, wow, she's so giving, right? So then why was the Venmo sent? What is the answer? Why would she need the money? Why, like in Amanda's mind, then why did her mother send this Venmo? And where is the money now? That is still the question. The Habersham County Sheriff's Office has ruled the shocking death a homicide, but have provided few details thus far. A few further details thus far. A statement from the sheriff on September 21st said, at this time, there's no evidence to suggest or support that this incident was related to a kidnapping or that this case was unaliving. We have no clue what's going on, Bearden's boyfriend said on Thursday. We've pretty much just been sitting at home watching movies. Movies. He's chilled, guys. He's sitting at home watching movies. Oh, my word. See, that's the thing. Steve said she didn't have any medical conditions. I think Amanda thought she'd be found hurt. They weren't supposed to kill her. Ooh, interesting. Why would they take her clothes? Makes me sad. Venmo, no fees that I know of. No fees, but if you want it for the same days, it also still no fees. If you guys are there, can you let me know? I think we're pretty much done for today. There's so much to uncover all the time in this case, and I'm working hard to stay on top of the information for you guys. I'll bring it to you as soon as I have more information. But they did say this could take quite a while, huh? Yeah, she was not a realtor. She worked as an office manager. That's true. It actually shows it here. Here. Front office manager. Good point. Sent. Okay. The amount is no longer as relevant as if it was used, and for what? Exactly. Yeah, not we are home devastated. Hey, we're just chilling. We don't know what's going on. We're watching movies. They took my phone. He sounds so silly. Right? I'm waiting for it. Hold on. Am I allowed to show your email? Oh, let me just read it to you guys. After doing some sleuthing, I researched court records and the fees add up to exactly 2385. Not very obvious at first glance until you break it down. Okay. So, charge of violating. Now get your calculators out, you guys. I'm also gonna. Are you also gonna? Here we go. That's gonna be. Whoa. So, calculated time. Calculated time. Okay. Charge of violating family violence order, bonded out with conditions and a promise to appear on court. Okay, but there's not an amount there. Okay, number 2. DUI, 2025 court fees. The MJ is a 1,000 court fees. Seatbelt and tailgate violations is 750. Settlement for the above cases. Family violence violation. Maybe I should put this on like a. You know what I'm going to do, you guys? I'm going to show you something quickly. I will make a quick presentation for you. Bear with me, everybody. Thank you for being here. Let's just do this. Text. Okay. Now we can all look at it together and try to make sense of all of this, right? Okay, here we go. Thank you, AMA. Keep in mind, he wasn't aware of the new charge for the warrant. Okay, so I'm going to add this here. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. What if I could just share it? Sorry. Just bear with me for 1 second, okay? I want to make sure that you could see it. Wow, you guys have never seen me make a presentation during a stream. Now I'm doing it. Did you also tell law enforcement about this, by the way? Because that would be amazing. You know, if this sum adds up to exactly that. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. Thank you, Eileen. Okay, so the presentation is coming right up. Where is it? Like, Ella, could you maybe... Yes, we want to see it. Thank you. My word, it's so annoying. All these technical things today. There you go. Okay. All right. So charge, now we can read it together. Charge of violating family violence order equals bonded out with conditions and a promise to appear at court on 9/27/21. Number 2, on 9/12/21, before the court dates above, he was pulled over equals found in violation of above set pulled charges. The DUI, which is a $2,025 court fees, MJ, $1,000 fees. Seatbelt and taillight violation, $750. Settlement for the above cases. He now owes another $292, which was for the new warrant fee. Okay. Interesting. Right? Then family violence violation, 12 months probation, plus conditions of having to report to the substance abuse program. DUI charge, 2025. The MJ charge and the seatbelt and taillight were not sentenced yet. Hence, he didn't have to pay for the $1,000 nor the $750. Equals minus, I think it's a minus, right? $1,750. So he had to pay $45 per month during probation. He paid 5 months. He owes 3 months. 135 plus 4 months plus 29 days. 225 plus the 2025 for the DUI charge. Interesting. He now owes another 292, which was for the warrant fee. So are you guys doing calculator time? 2025. So I'm still not getting to the exact amount. Oh, sending the document. So how do we get to the 2385? So remember from the first slide, settlement for the above cases. He now owes another 292. So did he settle those? Very interesting. So that Venmo covered his charges. If so, that's what's interesting. That's why we're looking at it, you guys. Imagine if it did, right? Boyfriend said Amanda owed him $3,000. So the next page shows the results of those cases. Yeah, so here's the results. So you've got the DUI charge. I'm going to go to 2025. Okay, hence they didn't have to pay the 1,000 nor the 750. Minus. Okay. Man, that calculation at the bottom here, he owes 3 months plus 4 months plus 29 days. Like, I'm going to need a better breakdown so that I can understand exactly how we get to the exact amount, right? Okay. 135 plus 260 plus 225. That's 2,420. Minus the warrant. Okay. I don't like this part of true crime. Lorraine, I do not like this part. 225 plus 2025 plus 225 plus 135 plus 296. Are you guys, wow. Yeah, I wonder, like, you guys, yeah, show the receipts. I do not get the exact amount. Close, which is interesting, but I don't get the exact one. You say you get 2655. This is like challenge thinkathon. It's mathematics time, everybody. Paid 5 months. He owes 3 months. So if it was 135 times 3. Whew, gets close. 225. 225, 35. Exactly. That doesn't add up to exactly it. Oh, Jessica. So 2025 for the DUI charge. Then there's the 225, which is a total from that whole sum. And 135. Okay. I see the two amounts, 135 in the brackets, the 225 and the 2025. That adds up to 2385. Damn. That would be so weird. So let's say that Andrew, Debbie Collier's daughter's boyfriend, who's huge problem. He's not supposed to be living where he was either with her. If he owes in charges $2,385 to the court, and that's how much he's Venmo'd, we still don't know from which device. That is like, whoa, right? We need math time song and a math time trigger warning. I agree. Thank you, Amy. That's very interesting. If you could, because you said you'll send me the documents, it would be very interesting to see. I mean, I've got documents. I've got some documents, but send me what you got. Please send me the documents you got so that I can look at it and figure it out as well with what you've done here. Well done. It seems very plausible, very interesting. It's just a little bit strange. Yeah, calculated time. Yeah, but so predictable, Aaron. But so predictable. Good job. You guys are doing it now. Very nice. 135. If there was a bracket around the other 225, would have spotted that, right? 135, 225, and the 2025 for the DUI charge. Huh. Case closed. AMA, this is scary. Right? You guys. I'm just like so shocked. I'm trying to process this because I'm like, what? 2385, you say? And that's the amount that was Venmo'd. I must say the message of the Venmo does sound like a man sent it like, oh, okay. They won't let me go. Even though the cops are like, yeah, it's not a kidnapping situation. They won't let me go. Love you. The spare key is under the blue flower pot. What? Lorraine, I failed hard F. I think I also failed a hard F, but I get it now. I see at the bottom here is the final calculation. So if we go back to the beginning, just so we all go, number one, he had a charge of violating of the family violence order, bonded out with conditions and a promise to appear in court on the 27th of September 2021. Then on 9/12/21, before the court date above, he was pulled over and found in violation of the above set pool charges. A DUI, MJ, seatbelt, taillight violation. Settlement for the above cases goes as. He now owes another $292, which was for the warrant fee. Okay. Family violence violation. 12 months probation plus conditions of having to report to the substance abuse program. DUI charge 2025. MJ charge seatbelt taillight was not sentenced yet. Hence, he didn't have to pay for the $1,000 nor the $750, which is $1,750. But he had to pay $45 a month during probation. He paid 5 months. So that's interesting. So you must have like, whoa, the records you got, man, the receipts. He paid 5 months. He owes 3 months, right? So it's the 45 times 3 plus 4 months plus 29 days. 7, 8, 9, 10, 1 year. Okay. Owes 3 months plus 4 months plus 29 days equals. So the 3 months is 135. And then the 4 months and 29 days is 225. Damn, that's very specific. I love that. Okay. So 135 and the 225 is what he owes, plus the 2025 for the DUI charge. He now owes another 292, which was for the warrant fee. Wow. That's so scary. Please, you guys, can you submit this to law enforcement? I will also. But just in case it helps. Okay? Yeah, notice the date. Almost 1 year ago exactly. I'm just reading your messages. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like a genius, right? 2,385 is not a reason to kill someone, especially when you have options, but WTF do I know? It would be really strange to kill someone over that amount. Very weird. It would make no sense. I heard they left a balance of $10. Where's the money? Yeah. Inks, excuse me. Do we have a forensic accountant in the chat? We need that. I think we do. I know, right? That's wow. Thank you, AMA. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Yeah, Amma. I see your full name there. Is it Italian? Thank you so much for sending me that. Oh my word. You guys, that was very interesting. If you're watching the replay, hope you watched to this point, because damn. Calculated time. Now we just have to try and make sense of all of that, right? Jessica says, I emailed you about the location of Debbie. I saw that. When I looked, let's see. Yes, the Panther Creek Trail waterfall on maps. That's what you want me to look at. I've looked there, but I just couldn't see any like very big ravines or something like that. Right? Let's go from there then. Panther Creek. Okay. I'm looking, everybody. Panther Creek waterfall. Like, why were they looking there, you know? Interesting. I see what you mean. Could be something here. It's just quite far off from where she was found. So I don't know. I don't know why they were looking there, right? That's the question. Yeah. Hey man, mic dropped. Totally mic dropped. That was incredible. Oh my word. Trying to send the documents. Bear with me. Working from the phone. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's not that I don't believe you. I just want to see it. You know, I just want to see it. Thank you for crunching all those numbers for us. Damn. Whoa. It's amazing. Yeah, my mind is blown. Anna says my mind is blown. Mine too. You broke. Team Grizzly. Damn. I can't believe it. Anyway, instead of saying damn and I can't believe it for another 15 minutes, I'm going to love and leave you guys. We've been here for 2 hours. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, you know what to do. You can hit the thumbs up. You can share the episode. Subscribe, hit the bell. And if you really liked it, you can even hit the thanks. There's a little heart that you can hit if you really liked it. So thank you so much if you do that. Yeah, this is the thing. Do we know if his fees are paid now? Oh my word, imagine. Can someone in the legal system, like, can someone look this up? Are the fees paid now? Imagine that. Oh my word. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone. I just wanted to also point you guys to, again, the docket. I'm just going to put his buy me a coffee link. I need coffee too. Okay. I'm going to put the docket's buy me a coffee link in chat because he was able to provide the documents for today, that the 79-page full file and everything that helped me do a real deep dive to put that whole timeline together for you guys. So if you want to buy him a coffee, there's the link for you guys. It's also called buymeacoffee.com/thedocket. Wow, thank you so much, guys. My word. Aren't you guys a bit like, I didn't. What kind of dumbass would do that? Let's send a Venmo of the exact amount. And from which device and which location? It's so weird also that the Venmo was sent at the time at which Debbie's car had backed out and parked again. That is so strange. Like, was he in the car? Was he in the back of the car, hiding all the time and then popped out? Or was he driving along the whole time? Or what? What is it? Imagine if he was just driving along the whole time. Like, can I come with? I don't know what to think. Thank you. Diamond Ring Girl, thank you for such detail in your videos. Thor, nice to see you. Say thank you, G. Oh yeah, did I put it? Sorry, I think I put it in the chat, right? So that's the dockets. That's not my coffee. The buy me a coffee link here is for the docket, for documents. Oftentimes he will pay for documents and then I'll buy coffees if I can. But yes, so if you want to support him as well, he's a very valuable member of the Grizzly community. Did she have a phone, or do you think she left it in the van? The phone was found at the crime scene. So what do you mean? I think she had a phone. Well, thank you everyone for being here. I will see you again soon. Thank you so much, mods. I really appreciate it. Sorry about all the weird technical problems when my mic fails. I don't know what the hell that is. It's a Windows 11 problem. I'm blaming Bill Gates. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.